cleared.
Holy shit. Shit's down everywhere. Whoa. Oh my goodness! Oh, wow!
Oh my god, yes! Oh my god.
Hurricane Erin became the first major hurricane of the season, reaching Category 5 strength as it swept across the Atlantic before striking the east coast. With its immense size, the storm devastated fragile shorelines, generating powerful surf, dangerous rip currents, and flooding that left coastal communities heavily damaged. In North Carolina's Outer Banks, the hardest hit area, dunes collapsed and seawater surged across Highway 12, forcing road closures and urgent repairs. Residents and tourists alike were forced to evacuate as violent waves swallowed beaches and buried entire stretches of roadway underwater. In New Jersey, authorities declared a state of an emergency. Massive waves relentlessly battered the coast, flooding many shore towns. Rescue teams were deployed to save residents as seawater rushed into streets and homes. Officials warned that waves exceeding 5 meters could overtop protective dunes, threatening to submerge low-lying neighborhoods. Coastal flooding remained a major concern along the Jersey Shore as Hurricane Erin continued swirling offshore, bringing dangerous surf and rip currents. On Thursday night, emergency vehicles were stationed on flood-prone streets as high tide approached. Videos shared online showed towns already underwater. Earlier, Governor Phil Murphy declared a state of emergency in anticipation of flooding and hazardous surf. In Wildwood, the main Rio Grande Avenue was closed due to deep flooding, according to city police. Photos and videos from residents also showed floodwaters impacting Long Beach Island, Atlantic City, Ocean City, Manasquan, Margate, and several other shore areas. Mandatory evacuations were ordered in Egg Harbor Township in Atlantic County. Guests at motels and residents of low-lying homes were moved to safety as floodwaters rose. Police Chief Frederick Spano confirmed around 8:30 p.m. Hurricane Erin, the first Atlantic hurricane of 2025, had formed on August 11th near the Cabo Verde Islands off the west coast of Africa. Although it did not make direct landfall along the east coast, Erin still produced powerful waves, dangerous rip currents, and significant flood risks as it tracked northward. The storm's strength fluctuated. By Tuesday, Erin had weakened to Category 2 while moving parallel to the east coast. But by Thursday night, its sustained winds remain near 100 mph, 160 km. The National Hurricane Center in Miami warned Erin could intensify again before weakening on Friday. Even without landfall, dangerous coastal conditions persisted. The storm generated towering waves along the mid-Atlantic coast after lashing the Outer Banks with strong winds and heavy swells, flooding parts of the barrier islands. Forecasts warned that hazardous surf and flooding would continue into the weekend. Farther north, New York and New England closed all beaches to swimmers due to dangerous rip currents. Ferry services to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard were canceled, while gusts exceeding 40 mph swept across the islands. The Virginia and Chesapeake Bay region also endured tidal flooding as water levels rose beyond normal cycles. Coastal warnings stretched across bays, rivers, and barrier beaches, where overnight waves carved away protective sand dunes. Scientists noted Erin's extraordinary development, calling it one of the largest hurricanes in recent memory, even hundreds of miles offshore. Its circulation generated enormous breakers that slammed beaches from Florida to New England, creating life-threatening conditions far from the storm's core.
We're on LBI, and look at that boat over there. It's almost cresting the ground.
In the Outer Banks, breaches in protective dunes allowed seawater to surge inland. Dare County officials issued evacuation orders, raised double red flags to ban swimming entirely, and prepared re-entry plans once the storm subsided. In Puerto Rico, widespread power outages struck early in the storm. Ferocious winds knocked down power lines, plunging tens of thousands of households into darkness, underscoring the storm's vast reach across the Atlantic basin. In New Jersey, firefighters rescued stranded drivers and even restaurant patrons trapped by rising waters. In towns such as Margate and Ocean City, streets turned into rivers while relentless surf destroyed dunes that had only recently been rebuilt. Across the East Coast, many beaches closed as authorities repeatedly urged the public to stay out of dangerous waters. Life-saving crews were stretched thin responding to numerous rip current rescues. In North Carolina, storm surge up to 4 feet, over 1 meter, inundated neighborhoods already weakened by previous hurricanes. Emergency distribution of bottled water was needed in some towns as water utilities faltered under the strain. As Erin drifted farther out into the Atlantic, its core winds weakened, but its massive arms continued pounding the shoreline. Long-period swells dragged sand offshore, worsening erosion along vulnerable stretches of the coast. The storm's rapid leap from tropical storm to Category 5 in barely a day alarmed forecasters and underscored the rising risks of sudden intensification and fueled by climate change.
Nature doesn't send us warnings, but we can. Floods, earthquakes, wildfires, and storms are striking harder and faster than ever before. By subscribing, you are not just watching, you are joining a movement to stay alert, stay informed, and helps others to do the same. Hit the subscribe now because the next disaster won't wait, and neither should you. Be ready and be aware.